Hello everyone. I've been asked to do this videos in English. So here I am doing some videos in English. My book, it's coming up in English too, so I'm going to be giving more content in this language. So this is an experiment. Let me know what did you think about this at the end of this video. And also if one day you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, you can send me a message to an inbox. So right now, what I put in the title is how to make ego your amigo. I teach a class in the beautiful place that I work right now in Costa Rica. It's called Rhythmia. You can see it in my information. You can click the link and see the website. It's pretty amazing place, and I teach a class from Reverend Michael Beckwith's teacher, and he in one of his classes he teaches us how to make ego your amigo. Ego has a really bad reputation depending on what are your beliefs. Ego is seen as an egotistical, egocentric. You think you're better than other people, you're narcissistic, and yes, it could be that, but also ego can be fear. It can be your inner child, and at the end of the day, ego is protection. And in this class, I do it for 2 hours, and we talk about how we really need to have that sense of danger, that sense of fear, to have a healthy life. If we had no sense of danger, it would be a little bit weird. We would be a little bit weird. But the problem is when your fear is driving your life, when fear is limiting you, when fear is telling you, do not move, stay small. Because the flip side of an unhealthy ego is that you play small, you numb yourself, you numb your emotions. And numbing meaning you eat when you're feeling deep emotions so you don't have to eat it. You drink too much, you use drugs, you engage in a lot of drama. You take care of everyone's lives but your life. So you're distracted, giving to other people. There's all these little ways that we do to distract ourselves from ourselves. That's unhealthy ego. And so today I want to do this quick video to share with you how to make ego your amigo. And the first step for me is to be aware that your ego, that part of yourself that is judging you, constantly saying how you're not enough, that part of yourself is only protecting you. It's only doing what it's supposed to do. And we can either let it drive our lives, or we can tell to this part of ourselves, you know what, thank you very much. You're coming with me in this journey of life, but you can sit in the back seat. I am driving. You don't have to even change the radio station. So, very important to be aware when ego is acting out, when ego is making you play small. One of the ways that also you're aware of this is when you're comparing yourself. You know who you are. You that are constantly comparing your life with other people's lives. They're better, they're done better, or I am better than them. When we are feeling superior or inferior is a way when our ego is acting out. So, how do we make it healthy? First step, you have awareness. Awareness of this part of yourself that is trying to protect you. And second, you understand what a healthy ego, how does an healthy ego looks like. For example, I call it self-respect. Self-respect meaning you have boundaries with other people. I often say do not confuse, and I didn't say this originally, there is a woman called Lisa Nichols, and she says people do not confuse spirituality with personal development. So yes, we are one. Yes, we have to forgive, and we're all one body of God, whatever you want to call it. But if there's someone abusing you, you have to set some healthy boundaries. If there's someone not respecting you, or you're not respecting yourself, we need to really look at that part of ourselves. So healthy ego is self-respect, self-worth, knowing that you're a unique expression of this universe. You are a miracle. If you think about all the things that are happening in our bodies right now, all these trillions of cells doing its work for us to be alive, you'll know that you are a miracle. And you're an expression of the entire universe. You're made of starred essence, stardust. You can go and find that information somewhere else, but scientists have found that. And so you are so amazing. You are valuable. You have a lot of worth, infinite worth. So when we understand this, also we learn how to say no. Someone said no, it's a complete sentence. So you learn how to say no. And also a healthy ego, it's unconditional love. Unconditional love to yourself. What does that mean? You love yourself in a good day and you love yourself in a shitty day. You love yourself always. We learn conditional love, meaning if you're a good girl, if you're a good boy, then you get rewarded. If you're a bad boy, bad girl, you don't get rewarded. And when it comes to the love that the universe has for you, it's unconditional. And so when we have our ego healthy or stabilized, we understand that it's okay for ourselves to have a bad day. It's okay for ourselves to be judging ourselves sometimes. The most important part is being aware of that, forgive yourself, and keep going. In the topic of self-respect, also we talk about self-care. Having deep self-care for yourself, meaning you set your time for your rituals, your time for your schedule, your time to connect back with yourself. In my classes, I always say, if meditation or breathing is the only thing that you learn in this class, perfect. That's enough. Breathing, taking time to be in quietude by yourself, connecting back to yourselves. We are abandoning ourselves constantly. Whenever we're having a problem, whenever we're having deep emotions, we go ahead and do something else. We constantly abandoning ourselves. Also, when we're judging ourselves, we're abandoning ourselves. So a good way is to set time for self-care. And self-care includes self-pampering, but it's not self-pampering. It's more than that. It is you with you. You having a cup of coffee with yourself, or a cup of tea, depending on what you like. And that's pretty much it. This is a very quick explanation of how to make ego your amigo. Ego is just trying to protect you, just trying to keep you alive in this beautiful human experience. But the thing is that we're giving ego, or we're giving our fear the keys of our vehicle, the keys of our life. Or are we saying to our own inner child, our own inner fears, okay, I understand you have to be with me, because if I didn't have you in my life, I'll be a little weird. But I thank you. You go in the back seat. I am driving, meaning the real I, the soul, the eternal you, the one that was never born and will never die. I'll continue doing more videos like this, and I see some beautiful people online right now. Hi Pa, wonderful video, always keep doing it. Thank you. I am excited that I'm doing this in English. I've been having a lot of resistance. My ego has been saying, no, don't do it in English. But right now I'm showing up. Despite my resistance, despite that my ego wants to keep playing small or only in Spanish, I'm doing this. So I hope this shows you evidence of moving your heart, moving your life from your heart. And some people call it courage, when you're moving from your heart. Yes, the mind has all this chatter of survival. You're not enough. Who are you to be doing this? They're better than you, blah, 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 blah. But it's okay. It's doing what it's supposed to do. What is important is for us to travel here, to travel to the heart, and do it from here and see what happens. So ego can be your friend. Let's not be at war with ego. I think it was Carl Jung that said, when you resist, persist. So if you resist your ego is definitely going to be there. When you love your ego, knowing that every single move, every single judgment that you pass onto yourself, onto others, is a form of protection. You forgive it, you understand it, you can do a couple of questions. What are you here for? What are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to protect me for? When we are aware of this protection mechanism and we work with it to grow and expand ourselves, our lives takes over another dimension of greatness and goodness. So I hope this helps you. I would love for you to ask questions maybe right now. If you are online, if you want to ask a question about ego, go ahead and do it. Or if you can't think of a question right in this moment, you can always send me an inbox. There's so many topics I've talked about in Spanish, and now I'm like, should I just do just a full translation from one to the other? I like to improvise more than I do it, like I prepare. So if you have any ideas, any questions, you want me to talk about something, I've been having a lot of fun and a lot of growth teaching the teachings of Reverend Michael Beckwith. So if you resonate with his way of teaching, his beliefs, I can definitely share information that he teaches. And I also have other teachers that are amazing. But anyway, I love doing this. Thank you for all of you who are watching. If you think that someone will benefit from this video, from this little nugget of wisdom, please share the video, like the video, and let me know what you think. This is just a fun experiment. I was a little afraid at the beginning, to be honest with you, but now I did it. All right, I'll see you next week. I'm gonna do this every week, and then in June my book in English is coming up, so it's libre, free, but in English. So it's gonna be a fun experiment as well. All right, I love you. Bye.